Now, this car has a ceramic coating that has failed completely on the hood. I'll show you a little bit of a close-up of that, which is really bad, but it's also happened on the door panels. The hood is much more dramatic because of the sun hitting directly on the top surface, and also this user decided to drive it through the car wash multiple times, which is a big no-no regardless if you have a ceramic coating. But this one in particular, you can see up close that this water is no longer beading. There's no more protecting on the paint whatsoever. So today we're going to be putting on the Nihon coating. Now this kit is a lot different than any other part on the market. It's got a lot of characteristics that make it super easy to apply from a consumer standpoint, but also from a professional grade coating that will last an extremely long period of time. Now the Silazane 50 Nihon coating, this is a product that is made in Japan, which actually makes the quality much more different than a lot of the other products on the market. Now in the box you get car shampoo, a surface prep degreaser, liquid A, B, C, top coat, and a spray bottle, along with microfiber towels and applicator cloths to apply your ceramic coating. So it's a very comprehensive kit. Now the first bottle, this is our surface prep degreaser. Car shampoo, this is where the money's at. So A, B, C, and your top coat. I'm going to show you the process on this fender, and then I'll finish the rest of the car, but from a time standpoint to show you, this will be the fastest way for you guys to see how well this product applies and how well the before and after is. This is all from the drive-through car wash, and we're going to need to polish that all out before we apply the ceramic coating. So in order to clear up this paint, we're going to be starting with the Ultra Cut compound. This is Meguiar's 105. Definitely an easy go-to product. It does dust a little bit, but the performance is great. A lot of people swear by it. I swear by it as well for our hard extra cut. And then we're going to follow up with the Ultra Finishing compound. This is Meguiar's 205. All of them are linked down below. And then on our polisher, I always use the Milwaukee cordless because they're nice and the batteries last a long time. This is a 21mm throw orbital polisher with a black microfiber cutting pad to hit this fender and clean it all up. You want to make sure you dab it onto the paint. And the reason why you want to do this is, one, you kind of figure out your working area, which is going to be just this top part of the fender here, this front one panel and this lip. But also when you turn this polisher on, you don't want to fling the polish everywhere. So that's why I like to dab it as well and distribute it evenly. It also allows you to coat the pad in different spots than the little dots that you put on it. So that way this now has a workable area instead of dry sections as you polish the car. So always start on the lowest speed and then slowly ramp it up. With being an orbital polisher, the best part is you don't have to worry about burning your paint. You can keep this in one spot and you'll be perfectly fine from a clear coat perspective. But yeah, start on low speed and work it up. And as the polish starts to turn into a powder and starting to, you know, kind of harden, if you will, it kind of turns into a less of a paste, but into a solid. That's when you know it's time to then buff it off, check your work, and see if you need to do another pass. So start by working in the polish across the area that you're going to be working it on at a low speed, and then we're going to crank it up. Now with a fresh, clean microfiber towel, you can buff off any remaining polish residue. And then what I always like to do too is then take some compressed air and blow off any additional dust. Now the really cool part is that came about with this car is, like I said, this is what the hood looks like. Like I said, this thing got destroyed. This is a complete ceramic coating failure that was done in this car. Whoever put it on, it failed and the product used was crap. So we applied the 105 cutting compound. That cut off all of the failed ceramic coating. And that's what we're gonna do here on the hood on all of this failed ceramic coating too, and clean that up. And then we're gonna follow up with the 205, which is gonna take care of any minor micro, scratches or any remaining clear coat. And then we'll start applying the new ceramic coating. all those scratches are removed. Now from a prep standpoint, now that everything's done, I'm gonna blow off any remaining dust. Hit it with a microfiber towel to remove anything else that's on the surface. So now that the paint is completely polished, the next step we're gonna do is the surface prep. A degreaser and cleaning the surface is critical to make sure that the coating has a perfectly grease-free surface to bond to. The point of mixing this up is we're trying to get all those chemicals mixed together where we're going to create our full-on ceramic coating. And definitely wear masks and gloves when you're doing this, and also make sure you have an area of your garage or workspace that is ventilated well, because ceramic coatings in general flash and they do release an odor, and it's definitely something that you don't want to be breathing in heavy quantities and at a high concentration. Now we have two different cloths. We're going to be using our pink cloth, and this is going to be for leveling and buffing off the ceramic coating. We're going to use our blue one, which is an edgeless, to apply it. The part that I like about this coating is it actually has a really good smell. It almost has a fruity type smell to it compared to most ceramic coatings that smell like pure petroleum and can actually make you gag almost, if you will. But this coating actually has a pleasant odor, despite the fact that you should not be breathing it in. But we'll slowly apply it here, making sure we're evenly going across the surface in two different directions, up, down, and side to side. Now that we've applied the blue, we're gonna take our pink microfiber towel and immediately wipe the surface smooth. And this is essentially your leveling process that you're gonna do for the coating to remove any excess so you don't have any high spots after your initial application. We're gonna go ahead and coat the rest of the car with this solution because you have 6 hours once you mix this up to apply it evenly and completely across the car. After that point, this will start to crystallize, and that will actually cause the coating to be invalid and not usable anymore. So when you're doing a job like this, make sure you have adequate time to completely coat the car. Now that the buffing's been done, the whole car is degreased and ready for this to be sprayed on. This process takes probably max 30 minutes to put the initial top coat on, buff it off, and get it ready for when you're gonna be applying your final top coat, which I would then focus on another 30 minutes or so to do. So in order to complete a whole car, it doesn't take very long once you get to this step, but the prep, making sure the paint's polished, making sure there's no scratches, making sure it's degreased, that's where it'll be a little bit more time sensitive and take a little longer. The physical application of a ceramic is the fastest part, and also the most rewarding because the paint looks flawless already just with this initial and not even putting the top coat on. Let's start with a side-to-side pattern, making sure you're coating every single part of the hood, and then come back with an up and down, just the way you would apply a ceramic coating if you had a small microfiber pad to do it. This is another way you can do it with this type of solution. So you're gonna apply it evenly back and forth, and just do a nice crosshatch. That way you don't miss any spots. And then we're going to remove any excess, making sure that initial coating is evenly applied across the surface. And once again, you're gonna do side to side and up and down. Now the next step is we're gonna take our top coat and put this in this spray bottle to get this mixed up. Give it a little shake, making sure we're all mixed up. And then we're going to pour in our top coat. All right, I'll take another clean pink one. Level it out. Now in 30 minutes, this car will be completely ready to go outside and be able to be driven away. Water will beat the heck right off of that thing, and then within a 30-day time period, it'll be fully cured and as hard as it can be. So that period between now and then, I would recommend not washing the car, but letting the rain kind of just do its thing and keep it the way it is. But the shine is already extremely better than it was when it came in, obviously. But this ceramic applies super quick and easy. It makes the car paint look amazing.
watch how well it beads water right off. This is when you know how you have a properly applied coating. There's very little water spots on the car whatsoever. It just sheets right off completely. If you're looking for a nice ceramic coating, this is a quality piece from Nihon. This is the Zilazan 50. This full kit comes with all of these products. The only thing I recommend including on top of that when you're doing this job, if you pick up this kit, is pick up some gloves, because you never want to get ceramic coating on your skin. It is definitely something that you don't want to have on there. Polishing, if you want to polish, get some polishing pads and stuff like that. But I do think in a future video, I want to do a test. I want to show what it looks like if you never polish a car, if you just degrease it, wash it, degrease it, and apply a ceramic. Because I think a lot of times you guys ask that question, is polishing truly necessary? And as a detailer, yes it is, because you want to make sure your coating applies to a perfectly clean surface. So if you buy a brand new car, a lot of times there's still some imperfections that can be removed, but at least if you start with a new car, you wash it, degrease it, you're at a better starting solution than somebody that doesn't have a clean surface. So I always recommend polish it first, so you need to pick that up. But from a standpoint of a kit, this has everything you need in it. This is a perfect professional grade coating at a consumer price and a consumer application process. Goes on super, super easily. So definitely check out in the description box below if you want to pick one of these up. Highly recommend it.